What happened again?
Hi, allora buonasera ancora a tutti, scusatemi per il nostro, abbiamo avuto un problema tecnico per cui ci siamo di nuovo tutti insieme. C'è qui Donald che sta parlando dal... Where is that you are calling from? Please tell us again.
Charleston, South Carolina.
Ok, Charleston, South Carolina, Carolina del Sud, e siamo collegati sia con, abbiamo detto, su YouTube, Bridges of Light e Bridges of Light International. Questa sera c'è qualcuno che mi chiede, Roberto, di che cosa parliamo questa sera? Questa sera parliamo di Human Design, per cui tutto quello che abbiamo da sapere. Donald ci stava spiegando che Human Design ha a che fare anche con il Reiki, cosa che io non sapevo, per cui questa sera Donald ci spiega. Abbiamo avuto 3 volontari rispetto a questa cosa, quindi Donald, do tell us a little bit about human design, please. Hopefully we're not going to get interrupted again.
Not at all. Absolutely. Thank you for your patience.
Yes, go ahead.
So human design is...
I know that Americans speak very fast. When I say stop, because I need to translate, okay?
Perfect. Human design is a combination. It's a combination of the chakras, the Kabbalah, quantum science, the I Ching, and astrology. All those things put human design into one beautiful package of the vehicle that we are.
Ok, dice che Human Design contiene 5 cose. So it contains, what did you say? I Ching?
Yes, the I Ching, Kabbalah.
Kabbalah.
So the tree of life, in a sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Astrology.
Astrologia.
Mm-hmm. The chakras.
I chakra.
Mm-hmm. And then quantum physics, quantum science, in a sense.
Ok, e poi scienza quantica. Sì, ok. Yeah.
So when we combine all these together, we can understand this is a vehicle, the vehicle of the mental, physical, and spiritual aspects to best navigate our life.
Dice che quindi come se il nostro corpo fosse un veicolo su come navigare meglio il nostro corpo. La nostra vita, scusate. Io speravo che ci fosse Fausta a tradurre, ma anche lei ha avuto un problema, per cui se una traduttrice potesse scrivere quello che dico sarebbe l'ideale, se qualcuno potesse avvertire Bianca piuttosto che qualcun altro sarebbe l'ideale, altrimenti andiamo avanti. Yes, please go ahead.
So when we understand the vehicle, we understand the energy that our profile energy, and then our strategy, we then can navigate the life and get into flow state. That's the goal.
Lui dice che quando noi capiamo come va il nostro veicolo, sappiamo come navigare nella nostra vita, e quindi questo è tutto quello che abbiamo da sapere questa sera su Human Design. E adesso lui ci spiegherà, perché come dicevo abbiamo dei volontari, abbiamo qualcosa da mostrarvi sempre, se questa sera tutto funziona come vorremmo che funzionasse. Ok, so please go ahead.
Most definitely. I personally love human design. I incorporate it with understanding how to reframe our thoughts. A lot of individuals have thoughts that are unhealthy. That's only because they do not know their design. They're not sure how to speak to themselves the best. You see, the mind, or the personality, which is the passenger of the vehicle, tries to take control, which is where the frustration comes in, where anger comes in, disappointment, depending on which energy profile it is. And when we figure out how to speak to ourselves the best way possible, then we can start loving ourselves completely.
Okay, so Donald, I'm trying to figure it out, translation for us. So Bianca is going to be translating. So please do say it again. This evening started a little bit like that, but I'm sure that we were going to be able to kind of go smoothly. So do tell me a little bit more about this.
So the human design is when we do our human design chart, our body graph, we are understanding the physical, the mental, and spiritual aspects of the vehicle. We are a vehicle.
E quando noi lavoriamo col human design, noi cerchiamo di mettere in connessione il nostro veicolo, che è il nostro corpo. Ok? So we have in contact our vehicle, which is our body. How do you get in touch with that vehicle? How do you connect with the vehicle? Tell me again.
The beautiful part is the vehicle is already going where it's supposed to go in this life, in a sense.
Ok, dice che in un certo senso il nostro veicolo, il nostro corpo sa già dove andare in questa vita, quindi diciamo che è già programmato per fare questo.
The creator of human design says it best. When he explains it, he says the vehicle, and we have a conscious, our personality, and an unconscious, our I like to call it the whisper side that edges us along. The unconscious is the driver of the vehicle.
Quindi la coscienza è l'autista del veicolo. Yes?
And the personality is the passenger. And
E
this
la
is where,
personalità è il passeggero.
and this is where the confusion or frustration or anger, depending on the energy, is where it comes in, because the passenger, the personality, wants to drive. And that doesn't work.
Ok, dice che non funziona così spesso perché è il passeggero che vuole guidare piuttosto che l'autista, e quindi c'è un clash di personalità, e quindi questo dice che non funziona mai. Ma Donald, please, you made my chart. Obviously, we're not going to share this publicly, but there are 3 volunteers tonight where we did the chart of, and I've seen that Stefano and Antonio, but also Graziella are online, because we asked them to be actually so that you can explain to them about the chart. So which chart would you like to go through first, so that I can try to possibly share it online, but I'm not so high technological, so we can just try, really.
Let's go with Stefano.
Stefano, as we say in
Sorry,
Italian.
I apologize about that. Stefano, excuse me.
No, that's okay. That's okay. It's okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Let's start with that profile.
Hold on 1 minute. Let me see if I can share it. Adesso condividiamo il profilo di Stefano, che è un nostro amico di Bridges of Light. Ok, e vediamo se riusciamo. Eccolo qua, vedete che meraviglia questi chart che fa Donald. Questo è il chart di Stefano. So here we are listening to you, Donald.
Very good. So can you everyone see my mouse moving around?
No, we can't.
Oh, no? Okay. So that's fine. So at the very top, we're going to see a word that says...
I can move the mouse, but you cannot. So you tell me and I'll move it, okay?
So let's go to the first part, all the way at the top, the projector.
Yeah, projector.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So the projector is one of the 5 energy types within human design.
Ok, Stefano, allora tu sei un projector. Il projector è uno dei 5 stati del human design. C'è il projector, poi lui ci dice altre cose. Quindi Stefano, sei projector. Ok, what is a projector then, please, Donald?
A projector is an individual that has their aura just like a generator that comes in. But what's unique about a projector is waiting for the invitation.
Okay, oh, like me, right?
Very good. So a projector is someone who's going to be in charge of the show, in a sense.
Allora, dice che il projector, il proiettore, diciamo così, il proiettore, colui che proietta, è quello che ha a che fare con quello che proietta, it's the projector is what? Tell me again.
Basically, the projector is the person that is in charge.
Ok, è la persona che è in controllo, ok?
Right. So it's because they have this really unique power of when they put their attention on something, it's fully enveloped. You are completely in to what you are doing.
Ok, dice che se tu per esempio sei focalizzato a voler fare qualche cosa, lo fai con tutto te stesso, sei veramente focalizzato a fare questa cosa. Ok?
However, the goal of the projector is waiting for the invitation.
Ok, lo scopo del projector è quello di aspettare per un invito, piuttosto che andare, perché te lo dico perché sono anche io così, piuttosto che andare tu a presentarti da qualche parte, è sempre bene che qualcuno ti inviti a fare qualcosa. Yes.
So what's important about waiting, backtrack a little bit. So the type where the projector is in the profile, that is the two most important parts of having our flow state. I'll explain why. If the projector does not wait for the invitation, it will be shut down.
Ok, dice che se il projector non aspetta per l'invito da qualcuno, da qualsiasi cosa nella vita, allora questa cosa si chiude.
Right. So what I mean by that is a projector has the ability to see how to solve a problem like 1,000 different ways. It's a beautiful thing, really. However, it doesn't matter unless they're invited. And the moment they force themselves or their opinion on it, the other individuals will automatically be put up a wall. Like, well, no. It's just in the design.
Dice che dal momento in cui tu ricevi inviti, allora l'energia assolutamente fluisce. Quando invece magari sei messo, come dire, how would you say behind the wall? Like, sei costretto a fare qualcosa, qualcuno ti costringe a fare qualcosa, allora questa cosa sicuramente per te non funziona. Quindi devi assolutamente e sempre essere invitato a fare qualcosa. Yes, okay.
Right. So when that happens, the projector becomes bitter. It's like, oh, yeah, you don't want to hear my opinion. It just becomes bitterness over and over.
Ok, quando questo succede, quando tu sei costretto, diciamo, a fare qualcosa, il projector diventa arido, diventa anche... non vuole fare questa cosa, ecco.
Until they get to the point of, if they do not learn to wait for the invitation, they'll stop even giving or asking or waiting. They'll stop trying, is when the projector really goes off the path of design, because they're tired of being bitter.
Ok, per cui dice che se non tu rispecchi questo nella tua vita, allora continuerai ad aspettare invano che le opportunità arrivano, per cui devi sempre seguire il tuo modo di andare avanti, ricevendo inviti dagli altri.
Yes. So next we have the profile lines, the number 4/ and number 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
Vediamo adesso qui, qua sopra abbiamo letto tipo projector, profilo 4/6. Adesso ci spiega che significa. Yes.
What's important about these lines is knowing that the first number, the number 4, is the personality. Remember, the personality is the passenger of the car.
So ok, il numero 4 è la personalità, quindi è il passeggero della macchina. Ok?
And the 6 is the unconscious. It is the driver of the vehicle.
E invece il numero 6 per te è il guidatore del veicolo, l'inconscio.
So the number 4 is what we call line 4 is the opportunist.
Per cui il numero 4 è l'opportunista.
Meaning that the opportunist is about the person that can bring people together for the right scenario, the right situation. It's really a beautiful line.
Dice che il numero 4 è un numero meraviglioso perché è l'opportunista, ma significa portare le persone, fare gruppo, portare le persone per presentare loro un progetto, qualcosa di importante. Yeah.
They're able to see the opportunities that are around them.
Sono in grado di mostrare l'opportunità, di avere l'opportunità di... Yeah, go ahead.
No, most definitely. So what's cool about this specific is being a projector, With the 4, if he really sees the right opportunity that's best for him and he projects himself into it, waiting for the invitation, he is going to take off into something beautiful.
Dice che se tu vedi l'opportunità di fare qualche cosa, allora proprio salti affinché questa cosa possa succedere. Salti in inglese si dice jump to the opportunity, significa vai avanti con questa opportunità. Bianca, tu poi traduci perché poi Stefano guarderà bene quello che abbiamo scritto, per cui è importante fare questo. Stefano he does a show on Bridges of Light once a month. He builds, I'm just telling you, he builds those beautiful round steel, they're called Genesars. Do you know them?
No, I'm not sure, but I would be more than happy to find out. This sounds interesting.
Yeah, I will show it to you. I've got it just one here behind me, and later I'll show it to you.
So,
look.
Oh, wow.
He made this.
Very talented. I bet he just gets so focused in there when he does it, too. He just completely puts his world into that.
Yeah, but this is like a magical kind of, it's a sacred geometry shape that you can do all sorts of things with. So we, in Italy, we use them a lot and we got them in different shapes. And Stefano makes these ones.
How cool is that?
It's very cool.
So what's cool about his chart is his unconscious side. So remember, the unconscious side is the driver of the vehicle. The line 6 is the role model. Role models are very unique lines. Now, they're all unique. I'm not trying to be rude, but specifically line 6 is broken into 3 separate lives. From 0 to 30 years old, it takes on what we call the line 3, which is all about trial and error. It's basically putting a firefly in a jar and shaking it up and learning through those experiences of just turmoil, hardships. The 3rd line is called the Martyr, by the way, just to let you know.
Okay, so which lines are you talking about now? Because I'm a little bit lost now.
Right. So we'll go back to it. Let me start over. The unconscious, the number 6, the unconscious side.
Ok, adesso parliamo del numero 6, la parte inconscia.
What is unique about the line 6 is it's broken into 3 separate lives.
Ok, quello che dice del numero 6 è che è spezzata in 3 vite separate.
With that being said, the first 30 years or so, it's not an exact pinpoint, but the first 30 years it takes on the energy of a line 3. I'm not saying he's a line 3. It just takes on the energy of a line 3.
But what is a line 3?
So line 3 is, let me go back. So there's 6 lines in human design. Let's start with that.
We should have got an expert in mathematics. I'm really getting confused.
No confusion, I promise.
Avremmo dovuto prendere un esperto in matematica, sto veramente andando in confusione, però c'è Bianca fortunatamente che ci sta traducendo. Allora Stefano ha detto che il numero 6, il numero dell'inconscio, è diviso in 3 gruppi. Allora lui adesso sta parlando dal gruppo che va dagli anni 0 a 30, che è una linea 3, che non capisco che cos'è, adesso ce lo facciamo spiegare. What is this line 3 then?
The line 3 is a martyr.
Is a what?
We call it the martyr in human design.
Okay.
What that means is that their life is about trial and error. They're specifically meant to live life understanding and learning who they are through their experiences.
Dice che le persone che appartengono a questa cosa stanno cercando di capire chi sono e dove vogliono andare nella loro vita, nella loro esperienza di vita.
So with the line 6, back to that, it takes that on the first 30 years of their life. So they learn through trial and error, the line 6. Trial and error is their first 30 years of life.
Ok, i primi 30 anni della loro vita, queste persone che hanno questo numero 6 cercano di apprendere questo nella loro vita, quello che vogliono fare nella loro vita. Yeah.
Now, the line 6 has their second life is from 30 years old to 50 years old.
Il numero 6 c'ha la seconda linea che va dai 30 ai 50 anni.
And in human design, we call that going on the roof.
E in human design questa cosa noi la chiamiamo andare sul tetto, going on to the roof.
Basically, what it is licking their wounds from the first 30 years of turmoil, understanding what exactly happened, taking that experience and really learning and understanding how to deliver it back to the society.
Dice prendere questa esperienza e capire veramente che cosa significa nella società e portarla nella società, quindi fare nostra questa esperienza e usarla nella società.
And from 50 years old to whenever that day is, it's about being the true role model, really taking everything that happened in the first 50 years and then delivering it as the role model to society, to the community, because that's the number 4 in the front. The conscious side is all about community.
E quindi poi dopo dice dai 50 anni, insomma, tu ancora non ci sei arrivato, Stefano, dice che sei il modello, il ruolo che tu assumi nella società dai 50 anni in su. Donald, because we cannot go through this charts like this so particularly, I would like for us to go through a little bit the lines, because then it's already 10 o'clock here and we had to go through some other charts. So do tell me just the basic, really, please.
So the basic of the lines. So the lines are from 1 through 6. The first line is the investigate. Oh, do you want to know about the lines on the graph itself?
Yeah.
Okay. So inside of these, you see how the colors are filled in certain areas and not filled in?
Ok, ha detto, allora adesso passiamo a queste linee, vedete il mio mouse che circola, passiamo a queste linee, vedi che ci sono delle linee colorate, alcune bianche, per cui adesso ci parla di queste linee. Yes, go ahead.
So, with being a projector, you'll see down the sacral is not defined. A projector does not have the same energy as a generator, and we'll get into that. Projector really should only work like 4, maybe 5 hours a day, if that.
Ok, dice che il projector, come tu sei, vedi che qui giù dal chakra, il chakra della radice. This is the sacral or is the root?
So the very bottom is
here.
root.
Yeah, is the root.
Then the next one up is sacral.
Hold on, let me say, I'm still explaining the root. Ha detto che nel chakra della radice non ci sono linee colorate e dice che una persona che come te è un projector dovrebbe lavorare 4, massimo 5 ore al giorno, perché altrimenti poi si annoia. Yeah.
So the next center up from the sacral, you'll see it's color yellow. That's what we call the G center.
Here, where I've got the mouse?
I can't see the mouse, but it's the only yellow on the chart.
So, ok.
That's called the G center.
Questo qui giallo è il G, centro G center.
Right.
Okay.
So the G center is about self-expression. It's about being innocence, like I said, self-expression, the role of the self. So let me see. Let me look at his chart. Give me 1 sec. Let me look at his chart. Okay, got it right here. So his gateways, do you see those tiny numbers on there? Those are called gateways, and that's where the I Ching comes into place.
Ok, dice che qui è dove succede l'I Ching, l'I Ching come lo chiamiamo noi. Qua ci sono tutta la self-expression, l'espressione di te.
So with that being said, let's go with gateway number 13. So he has an unconscious ability to listen very well.
Dice che tu hai un'abilità cosciente di ascoltare, di metterti in ascolto.
Also, unconsciously, the number 7 gateway is open as well, and that's the role of self.
It's a role of what?
Of self, like self-expression in a sense. So, but it's unconscious, which goes with the role model. Once he knows his self, he'll be able to unconsciously be more powerful with what he does.
Dice che quando hai capito tu chi sei veramente, allora diventerai ancora più potente nello scoprire le abilità che hai da avere. Now, summarizing the whole chart of Stefano, what would you say to him? I mean, like a suggestion, like something that you would like to tell him, then possibly he can contact you privately, because he does say that few things that you've said are true. He says that he feels like he's got a very strong stimulation, and he does never see problems of opportunities and things like that. So
what I would suggest to him, just in a quick synopsis, is if he learns to wait to invite himself or waits for the invitation, he will be open to see many possibilities. He is here to guide us with many, many different directions that are open to only his eyes.
Ha detto che la cosa finale che lui vuole dire, riassumendo il tuo chart, dice che sei una persona che devi aspettare per l'invito e quindi anche imparare la virtù della pazienza. Quando questo sarà successo, allora potrai essere una guida per tutte le persone con le quali ti interfaccerai, con le quali interagirai nella tua vita in futuro.
However, the only thing, though, is that he might have a difficult time trying to explain where his ideas come from.
Dice, potresti avere delle difficoltà nello spiegare da dove arrivano le tue idee. Ok.
So that'll just be a quick synopsis. But if he wants to email me, I'll be more than happy. We can go much, much more in depth into this chart.
Ok, ha detto Donald, Stefano, che se tu vuoi avere più dettagli rispetto a questa cosa, allora puoi scrivergli un'email e lui ti risponderà. So he's saying, he's just asking a question to you. He says, so he has to follow the flow and not force the events, right?
The moment you start forcing anything is the moment you become bitter in life.
Ok, dice che dal momento in cui tu forzerai il flusso degli eventi è quando diventi arrabbiato nella tua vita, quindi lui ti consiglia di non fare questo. Ok, so we go on to Antonio.
Ok.
Ok, allora adesso scegliamo un altro chart di un altro nostro volontario. Lo cerchiamo perché io qua, ecco.
I will say, though, for that last chart, the one thing that is really amazing, he basically will always have a horseshoe. He's a lucky kind of guy. He really is.
Ha detto Stefano, ha detto Donald che guardando il tuo chart comunque lui dice che sei veramente un ragazzo fortunato. Hai capito? Quindi veramente, veramente fortunato. Ok, amazing. Thank you, Donald. So we go on to Antonio. Let's see if Antonio is here with us. Otherwise we will not. Vediamo se c'è Antonio, altrimenti non leggiamo il suo chart. Antonio, ci sei? Prima adesso non lo vedo. Let me see if he's here, because if he's not, we go forward. But I think he's here. It is.
Hello.
Buonasera means hello, good evening, okay?
Ciao.
Ciao. Okay, so, go ahead.
This is what we were talking about before. Very top, the energy type is a generator. Mm-hmm. He is defined through his sacral. So not the very bottom, but the red square in the middle. That's the sacral area. That individual has a lot of energy. Guaranteed.
Allora, Antonio, ho detto che tu sei un generatore e sei, guardando il quadrato qui rosso, dice che tu hai tantissima energia, ok? Molta energia.
So what's unique about this is, first, if we go one more step down, this is I wouldn't say it's extremely rare, but it's rare. It's called triple split definition.
Allora dice che questa è una triple split definition, una definizione a 3 linee, e dice che è abbastanza rara questa cosa.
What that means is that we have different energy centers talking at the same time that aren't being bridged. So basically, it's like having 3 different voices going on at once.
That sounds familiar.
Yes.
Ci sono 3 persone nella tua personalità, nelle tue linee, che parlano contemporaneamente. Dice che queste 3 linee sono veramente molto rare da trovare in un chart, e tu appunto hai queste 3 linee, quindi 3 personalità che ti parlano costantemente.
So just a quick little thing.
Let me say, ho detto che è una cosa familiare perché quando Donald mi ha fatto il chart, il grafico, anche a me, anche io ho queste 3 linee, per cui okay, because I said to the audience that when you did my chart you also told me that I had those 3 lines, right?
Right, the triple split. Which makes complete sense why you're a teacher, because you're around people. And that's the best way to deal with a triple split definition, is being around other human designs. Because remember, in human design, our auras are what, like 15 feet out. So in human design, we are already mingling before we're mingling. So what's cool is if someone who has a single definition, they bridge all those different areas, which then he probably feels more complete when he's in public around a lot of people, more than likely.
Yeah, well, he's a very well-known singer, so he sings in front of
sounds exactly what except, however, he probably sometimes feels like he doesn't want to be around people.
Ha detto che tu sei una persona che dovrebbe stare sempre davanti al pubblico e comunque ami stare davanti al pubblico. Sebbene dice che alcune volte invece ti piace stare da solo e introspettivamente, ecco.
I say that because on his profile lines, his conscious side, his personality, it's a number 2. The number 2 is a hermit.
Dice questo perché vedi qua c'è il numero 2 e il numero 4. Il numero 2 ha la personalità dell'eremita.
Hermit, what's really cool about hermit is that they really do have a gift that everyone kind of is like looking at them for. So in human design, we have line 1 through line 6. Line 1 is considered the foundation, the basement. Line 2 is considered the windows. So everyone that's looking out into the window at the number 2, looking at him for an innate talent, innate gift that he has an answer to, actually. So it's difficult because at the same time, the hermit doesn't want to play with others all the time.
Dice è difficile perché l'eremita non vuole sempre giocare con altri, perché l'eremita è una persona che vuole stare più da solo, però tu hai questa doppia personalità, per cui dice we need to say again about this number 2 because I lost you in translation a little.
It's okay. So the number 2 is the second floor of the human design of the house, and it's the window.
Dice che il numero 2 è come se fosse la finestra della casa, e ci sono le fondamenta che è il numero 1 e il numero 2 è la finestra. Yes.
So everybody's looking in the window at the number 2 at his innate gifts that he offers.
Così tutti guardano nella finestra, quindi del numero 2, per vedere questa persona che cosa offre.
But sometimes he just doesn't want to be around people.
Ma alcune volte lui non vuole essere circondato da persone, vuole stare per fatti suoi.
What's difficult is on his unconscious side is the number 4. We're seeing the number 4 again, which is community, the opportunist. Number 4 is opportunity.
Allora ha detto però che il tuo numero di la coscienza, il numero di coscienza è il numero 4, e quindi è la cosa che tu vedi sempre opportunità o cerchi opportunità dovunque.
So all in all, with this, what we see on this chart is that he probably writes his music really beautifully when he's all by himself. However,
tu scrivi la tua musica molto bene, molto bella quando sei da solo, quando sei un po' sognatore, ecco.
However, it's difficult with his triple split definition because he feels more complete when he's around people.
Sebbene dice che è difficile perché con queste 3 linee che ti attraversano, dice che sei più te stesso quando sei circondato da persone.
I guarantee you, though, so if we look at what his cross is, the right angle cross of service, his music probably helps people it really probably touches their souls if one way or another he does some type of service that helps human beings one way or another.
Antonio is a Reiki master.
Well, that makes complete sense.
Doesn't
He's
it?
meant to be here to be of service for others, to help
Dice
them
che
along
lo
the way.
sappiamo tutti, non sappiamo. Io so che Antonio è un maestro di Reiki, dice che a queste linee che tu hai devono anche essere assolutamente metterti a servizio delle persone. So, in which area of the chart you see the service line? Here, this
Oh,
line?
okay. So it says incarnation cross, right angle cross of service. You see that?
No, I don't.
Oh, so at the very top you have generator, then profile, and then it's written out right angle cross of service.
Oh, here. Okay.
So what our right angle is either right or left, and that's basically our projected storyline of who we are.
Mm.
Everybody has either a right or left angle depending on the first number.
Ok, allora dice che qui nella quarta riga dove vedete qui col mouse, non so se voi riuscite a vedere il mio mouse, forse no, right angle cross of service, quindi è come se tu dovessi lavorare a servizio delle persone.
So with that being said, think of like a guidance counselor as your right angle cross of service. What's cool is right angle cross, the difference between right and left is right angles are meant to live life, enjoy life, and learn about themselves. A left angle...
Right angle significa che ci sono le persone che hanno questo right angle come te, Antonio, che hanno necessità di vivere la vita, di divertirsi nella vita e di arrivare anche a un punto dove hanno raggiunto l'obiettivo della loro vita. And the left angle ones?
Is they have karma. So anybody that you meet that really ruffles your feathers, more than likely they have a left angle cross because they bring karma to you in this life.
Mm. So invece le persone che hanno left angle cross hanno tantissimo karma ancora da pulire. So a right angle cross person does not have much karma?
No, so they're here. I don't want to say that they're new souls, but think of it in the sense that they're debt-free and they're here for living life, in a sense, here to experience life.
Le persone che hanno questo right angle cross, dice, sono persone che non hanno troppo karma, che sono delle anime giovani, non hanno troppo karma e quindi possono vivere la loro vita in maniera più felice e libera, se vogliamo.
And so that's, in general, with his chart, I would suggest that if he is able to be around people, isolate him. It sounds really funny, but able to isolate himself in a group of people where he's not being disturbed, he's probably going to really come up with some really amazing ideas. He's going to be able to really flourish with that.
Ha detto che se tu ti trovassi con un gruppo di persone dove però ti puoi nello stesso tempo isolare e lavorare con te stesso, verrebbero fuori veramente delle idee, delle cose meravigliose. Per cui prova a fare questo, non sappiamo se tu lo fai, ci puoi dare dei feedback per sapere se queste cose che Donald ti ha detto hanno un senso per te. I was just asking for a feedback. He's here listening to us and see.
Okay.
If he's finding what you're saying.
So to give you an example, my mom has a 2-4 profile. She does day trading at home. So she's an opportunist. She's in the community making opportunities happen, but she's also away from people at the same time. And she's triple split definition.
No. Ha detto che sua madre, per esempio, come te, c'ha il 2 e il 4, dice che lei fa un lavoro in casa dove c'è molto un senso di comunità, però lavora meglio quando si è contornata dalle persone, però lavora su se stessa e lavora da sola. So Antonio is saying, yes, it's absolutely true what you have said, especially and also regarding karma.
Oh, yeah.
He knows that he does not have a lot of karma to burn anyway.
Well, he's creating karma for the next life, so we have to pump the brakes and be careful about what we do in this life.
Okay, ha detto che assolutamente devi stare anche attento al karma, perché potresti pensare di creare un karma potente per la prossima vita, quindi devi assolutamente stare attento alle cose che fai. So yes, and anything else you want to say to Antonio?
Well, we can get into all the different lines, but that will take a much longer time. What's cool is paying attention to, so at the very top, you see the green area that's lit up.
Yeah.
So paying attention to those areas, because we can become unbalanced in our life.
Dice, la linea verde, il triangolo con un capovolto, diciamo, intorno all'area della gola, all'area della gola, del chakra della gola, dice, what does green one mean?
So it's the ajna center, and what happens is when you're unbalanced, it's pretending to be certain. So the moment that he thinks that he's like, yeah, I got this, be careful, be very careful.
In realtà lui dice che, sebbene dice che questo è l'ajna, quindi sarà il terzo occhio, quando tu ti senti sicuro che qualche cosa è veramente sicuro, sempre dentro di te pensi che invece qualcosa non va, e quindi stai attento a questo.
It's about awareness.
Sì, alla consapevolezza, per cui Donald ti sta consigliando di essere più consapevole rispetto a questa cosa. Can Antonio also write to you on Messenger or on email to ask more about it?
I invite it, please.
Quindi Antonio, anche a te Donald ti sta invitando a scrivergli un'email. Adesso mettiamo la sua mail qui così che tutti possono scrivere. Donald è anche un life coach, quindi ti aiuterà sicuramente a comprendere di più il tuo chart, e se hai bisogno di un traduttore sai dove trovarmi. So he's asking you a question. He's saying, so I never have to doubt about my intuition.
Never doubt intuition. So I'm so glad you brought that up. You're a generator. You live out of your sacral center. Here's very important advice. Listen to your gut. Don't think, feel. The moment you start overthinking is the moment you're out.
Assolutamente, Antonio ha detto questo, non pensare mai, vai sempre con quello che tu intuitivamente senti, non andare con la testa, ma solamente con il your gut feeling, significa proprio vai di pancia, vai proprio, perché così non puoi assolutamente sbagliare. Lui ti invita a scrivergli in privato e ha detto anche che così devi funzionare nella tua vita, sempre distinto, ecco, non mi veniva la parola. So, Donald, do tell me your email, so I will write it down here.
Of course. Coach at 86worries.com. So a little piece of advice for the generator, to listening to your gut. What's so important is do not force anything. You're going to get so frustrated if you try to force anything before listening to your gut.
Diventerai molto frustrato se cominci a pensare a tutte le cose. Vai sempre distinto, perché così non puoi sbagliare mai.
It's the best advice, I promise.
Dice che questo è il miglior consiglio. Ok? Hold on, I made a mistake at your email here.
It's okay.
Yeah. Okay, then Bianca kind of wrote it. Thank you very much, Bianca. Okay, yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bianca. Without the question mark, that is exactly. So, would you like to say something else? We got like 51 people listening to us tonight. Some people left because of the little things we had at the beginning, but I'm sure that many more people will watch us later, and I will tell you. I also want to tell you that Donald has agreed to be on our new, possibly you want to write this, Bianca, in Italian. Donald has agreed to be on our new channel, Bridges of Light International, with some live shows. So, you know, that's what she will do. Donald ha accettato di rimanere con noi su Bridges of Light International. Sapete che è nata una sorella gemella di Bridges of Light, e quindi solo per le persone che parlano inglese e solo per gli stranieri stiamo costruendo Bridges of Light International, e quindi Donald Groves farà delle puntate ovviamente solo in inglese senza traduzione. Teresa, purtroppo non è possibile, Simona, non è possibile fare una seduta, una cosa in diretta. Abbiamo scelto 3 persone campioni, dalle persone che ci scrivono sempre, che seguono sempre Bridges of Light. Adesso passiamo, because there is a lady who would like to have a chart here now and now, but it's impossible. I said that we had to book before, and so now we go to Graziella, okay?
Fantastic.
Hold on 1 minute. Let me check Graziella. I love this accent of yours.
Oh, it's I'm actually thinking the exact same thing for you. I love listening to you right now. I'm like, oh, this is so enjoyable.
Okay. Hold on. Okay, now stop screen, share screen. When I used to live in America, a lot of people say, oh, I love your accent. I love your accent. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we hear English all the time. We're good. It's no accent.
Yeah, but it's the accent. So we got now Graziella. I also know that you have spoken to her online earlier. Graziella is here. She says hi. Graziella speaks perfect English, so you could also, here she is. She said, hi, I'm here. This is Graziella.
Hello.
Graziella is also one of the moderators of Bridges of Light International, so she's bilingual, and therefore she's going to be understanding more about what are you going to be saying, but we had to translate for the people who are not understanding English anyway. So please go ahead.
So hers is a little bit more fun because she has a hybrid, and it's called, up here in the type, is the manifesting generator.
Ok, Graziella, ha detto Donald che il tuo chart è abbastanza divertente. It's fun. So, yeah, okay.
So as a manifesting generator, we have the ability to write down what we want and then follow through. So as a generator, you're supposed to wait to respond, listen to your gut, or wait to be, think of it like of an employee that's kind of like sitting around until you give them something to do, and then they got you, and they're going to work. A manifesting generator is able to give themselves a list to get something done. So we're able to sidestep that little generator part.
Ha detto che il manifest generator è colui che può scrivere su un pezzo di carta quello che lei vuole e averlo. Quindi una che può manifestare tutto quello che vuole avere nella propria vita. Hai capito, Graziella? Yeah.
So the difference between her generator and the last one we were looking at is that she is defined out of her solar plexus. So she is probably more of a I do kind of human, like getting stuff done kind of person, more like.
Dice che sembra che tu sei una persona, poi noi non ti conosciamo bene, per cui dice che tu sei una persona che dice io faccio questa cosa, voglio fare questa cosa e saprò come farla.
Now, she has her sacral defined. It's colored in. So she still has an intense amount of energy, for sure.
Dice che ha una grandissima energia, e questo noi lo notiamo dal sacral, che è quindi questo quadrato rosso dal chakra sacrale, questo chakra rosso che dice che hai tantissima energia per fare le cose.
The difference between her and the last generator is out of the solar plexus, she's a lot more emotional. I'm not saying like regular emotions, but she can feel, and when she does, she's able to really put it to work, really make it happen.
Ha detto che tutto ciò che tu vuoi fare, puoi farlo diventare realtà. Questo lui lo denota dal tuo plesso solare, dove c'è questa cosa gialla, che poi lui ti spiegherà in privato, dove trovi questo tratto giallo, dice che tu hai quella potenza, così tanta forza, quella forza che ti permette di fare cose, anche cose che tu hai programmato oppure hai manifestato nella tua vita.
What's really beautiful in her chart, we'll get to her profile in 1 second. I just want to point out the body graph. So, okay, we see the G center is colored in yellow. Look to the next to it, you'll see the heart center. We call that also the ego area as well, too. But that is some major manifesting going on there.
Hold on 1 minute, please.
Yeah, sorry.
You see this, dove vedi questo quadrato, dove sarebbe il chakra del cuore, lui dice che questo è il centro dell'ego. So this is the ego center, right?
In a sense, yes. Because so the reason why I called her a hybrid is because in energy or in human design, we have manifestors and then we have generators. Hybrid, manifesting generator. Only and only if she follows the generator profile will she be able to manifest.
Dice che questa parte qua per te è un po' ibrida, perché c'hai la combinazione del generatore e della manifestante, non so come si dice, per cui dice solo quando tu avrai completato quello che tutto il profilo del generatore vuole, allora potrai imparare anche a manifestare. She's saying that she's very emotional at times.
Right. Well, that's because she actually has a very consciousness about control. I would probably suggest to her to lighten up control if she could, if that is possibly. I don't want to, jump to conclusions here. But what her one gateway where it's her conscious is out of there, you'll see gateway 21, and gateway 21 is all about control.
Ok,
we all know
non vuole dirti delle cose che magari non sono vere oppure che magari potrebbero in qualche modo urtare la tua suscettibilità, ma dice che sei una persona che deve stare sempre in controllo, per cui tutto quello che tu fai deve essere sotto il tuo controllo. E quindi se questa cosa non va bene, sei emotional, ma nel senso che esplodi in qualche modo, ok?
Well, the reason why she's getting emotional is because let's go ahead and go up to her profile. Her conscious number is a number 5. Number 5 is a heretic. So what's cool about the number 5 is they don't really know. They think they know, but they don't really know, especially when she overcomplicates anything.
Ok, ha detto che per esempio tornando al numero 5, qui profile 5/1, dice che il numero 5 sono quelle persone che pensano di sapere tutto e invece no, non è così, si sbagliano. Quindi dice che what is the number 5 stands for?
Line 5 is the heretic.
The heretic.
Right. So the heretic what's great is they have this idea about any possibilities. If they stay in the moment of now, if they stay practical, they are able to give the information that will help the people around them. If they overcomplicate, though, then they're losing sight and they don't know what's really going on. They really don't know what's going on, though they think they do. If they overcomplicate it, then it could possibly hurt her reputation as well.
Okay, dice che devi stare molto attenta a quello che tu dici, a quello che tu pensi, perché se non stai ben attenta alle cose che dici, potresti urtare la suscettibilità di altre persone. Quindi diciamo che c'hai questa personalità un po' così. And then, what is number 1 then?
Number 1 is the investigator. Number 1 is the foundation of the house. Investigators are very, very beautiful because with the foundation, she has probably some hard times trusting until she understands what's going on.
Dice che il numero della coscienza è il numero 1 ed l'1 è le fondamenta della casa, quindi devi andare assolutamente dentro per capire veramente che cosa sta succedendo dentro di te.
With that being said,
sorry, Donald, if we look at the incarnation cross, she, from what I understand now from the previous chart, she's got a lot of karma.
Yes, so she's an individual that brings karma into life. So when she interacts with people, she brings karma to the situation. That's for sure.
Dice che quando interagisci con le persone porti sempre il karma nelle situazioni, per cui se per Antonio c'era right angle cross dove dice che lui non ha karma in questa vita, invece tu c'hai il left angle cross dove dice c'è tantissimo karma e porti il karma in molte situazioni della tua vita.
So what's cool about her cross, the cross is separation. The energy of this cross is to live life with acceptance of all types.
Dice che il cross of separation è quello che ti permette di vivere la vita accettando tutti tutti indistintamente.
It's kind of hard to do that because it's innate inside all humans, our tribal nature, to treat foreigners as suspicious. It really is. That's in our DNA. It's deep in there. However, her cross is evolved past that. She naturally has the gift of being larger than the tribal nature of separation.
Ha detto che tu sei molto più grande di quello che la croce di separazione potrebbe essere, per cui hai questo dono dentro di te che ti fa essere più grande della tua personalità in qualche modo. Donald, we have not gone through all this because now I have enlarged the chart here on my left hand side so I can actually look at it better. We have not gone through the zodiac signs, which I don't understand because I don't know much about astrology, but to any of the charts that you have talked about early, what are they? I mean, just to explain to us.
So the astrology itself is part of the design. Once again, there's five parts of human design. Astrology is the piece of it. That's why we use our birth to get your chart in the first place. Name, where you're born, the time you're born, and your date of birth. Mm-hmm. For the one side is the sun and earth signs, and the other side is your moon and rising signs. And it all takes this into account. So basically, it's like I have an astrologer friend, and when I did her human design, she's like, "Oh, this is the nice version of astrology." I'm like, "Yeah, basically, honestly."
Ci sono i segni zodiacali, no? E le case, i pianeti, sia a sinistra e a destra del chart dove c'è scritto design e personality. Allora ovviamente loro usano, per human design, usano la data di nascita, l'orario, la città, tutto questo. Per cui ogni volta che loro usano questo, guardano anche all'astrologia di come il nostro chart è creato. Quindi una sua amica astrologa ha detto: ma questa è una versione più carina dell'astrologia. Ha detto lui, ovviamente non esattamente, però assolutamente è più carina anche da vedere il chart e tutte le cose.
So with that being said, so like the one gate is gate 15. That's the gate of extremes. She probably goes back and forth a lot. Birthday being, I'm pretty sure she's a Gemini, if I'm correct here.
Yes.
So that's the sisters. That's the two voices. So that's the two extremes, one or the other. So that's how we integrate it into. You can see it. Let me 15 with gate 15. You can also see with the extremes. And so with the astrology on the one side, one is the fire and earth, and the other is the water and rising.
I can't see the 15. Where do you see the 15?
Oh, that's on. I'm sorry. 15 is in the G center of the gateway. 15 and the yellow highlighted area.
Okay. Yeah, 15. Okay.
So what it is it takes the astrology and it integrates it into the entire I Ching, combines it with the Kabbalah, combines it with the quantum, combines it with the chakras. It's all works together into a beautiful design. Mm-hmm. And that's what it's important about transformation, is understanding the planetary design along with. So that's what I was saying is human design is mind, body, and spirit. When we combine the planetary design along with the vehicle itself, then we can start understanding how to best operate in this world. And that's what's cool about the horoscopes being on the side, is it kind of gives us a preference of understanding when planetary things go in and out. So like when we go into shadow period, she's probably a lot more emotional, more likely, as we most are, depending on the shadow work. But with her having her solar plexus defined, she really puts it out there. She has the karma. So my solar plexus is undefined, which means is if I were around her, I would take in her energy that she's putting out, and I would feel the karma from that.
Dice che tu, per esempio, ha questa personalità dove se ti fosse vicino Graziella sentirebbe tutte le tue energie, quindi sentirebbe anche il tuo karma e magari ne verrebbe anche colpito in qualche modo. Quindi tu hai questo tipo di personalità. Donald, our time is over now.
Ok.
Il nostro tempo è finito con Donald, per cui dobbiamo salutarvi. Vi ringraziamo. We really thank you, everybody who was watching from all over the world and on the 3 channels that we got here. So, thank you very much, Donald.
I'm so grateful. Thank you so much for listening and watching. Thank you for inviting me on here.
Yes, you're welcome. Thank you very much for being here. And I'm sure that we're going to be seeing each other very soon, okay?
Very soon.
Ciao.
Ciao, Ella.
Ciao.